Hey guys, it's Oberstadt. So I decided I would try and do two versions of the Shop My Stash for January. I did one for like the first 15 days and then I recorded the other one. Well, I did a live stream on the 16th for everything that I would try and use for the rest of the month. But I found that due to the weather being so cold and my skin being so dry, there was literally only like 2 times that I ended up wearing makeup for the last 2 weeks of January. So I'm going to be going over everything that I pulled, what I did and didn't use, that kind of stuff. And then, and this is actually after the 1st of February. I should have recorded this a few days ago, but I've been so busy trying to get products up on my website so people can see the variety that I have, and editing YouTube videos and getting videos up and scheduled and all that kind of thing. I've just been too busy. I haven't even recorded a Shop My Stash basket for this coming time. So I will probably live stream that tomorrow, and then this will go up after that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I guess I'm going to start off with face first. I had left the Urban Decay All-Nighter in from last time. I didn't use this once, but I have been using this Garnier Skin Active to either wet my brush to make a eyeshadow pop a little bit more, or to spray my face after I wash it, or even spray my face and then go over it with a sponge in order to set down any powdery looking like parts for like blush or whatever. I pulled 3 foundations. These are the 2 Maybelline Super Stays that I have. One is in 120, one is in 102. And I did wear these once combined together. I noticed that when I mixed them, I mixed it a little bit darker than normal, and my dad actually noticed I was wearing foundation versus the times when I mix it and it looks a little light on camera, and it actually looks fine in real life, but he doesn't ever notice when I mix it a little light. He only noticed when I mix it just a little dark. I did pull the Wet n Wild foundation, but I didn't use that. And then I pulled a couple of primers, and then in my Ipsy glam bag, I got this VDL Lumalayer primer. I've used this twice. I used the Maybelline Master Prime once, and I haven't used the Milani Pore Perfection one, or Prime Perfection Hydrating one, at all. So it's not that I don't like it, it's just literally I've worn foundation once, and I used the other primer mixture another time to try and like hydrate my face because it was so freaking dry. And then of course my standard, you know, powder mixture that I use, which this little jar was full and it's about half full now. So when it gets empty, I will try and mix it a little bit different, but it's just the Coty Airspun mixed with the Maybelline Fit Me and Fair and some hyaluronic acid drops. Now, the one time that I did wear foundation, I did use this. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. This is in shade 8. This is their blurring skin tint with sunscreen. I use it as a like liquid contour. I also mixed in some of the Dr. Jart BB cream. This is in light medium. I have used each of those once. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation in Fair Sand. I only used this when I did the Ipsy unbagging. I haven't used it since, so I need to try it out again. I did use the Air Repair Eye Cream at least 3 times because my eyelids have been excruciatingly dry. So I have been using that. I want to finish that little guy up. The Boo Boo Cover Up in shade Light. I have used this. I have a spot on my nose that I thought was like a bite or something, and then I got to looking at it up close and there was actually a cat hair stuck in my nose, and so all the skin around it was really irritated and it ended up scabbing over, and I used my tweezers to pull the cat hair out. So I used that on it to cover that up for the couple of times that I did wear makeup. The L'Oreal True Match I used to cover up. Actually used it today. I've got a blemish here on my forehead that's healing. I've got one on my chin that's healing. I used that. The Maybelline Age Rewind, I tried mixing with my yellow corrector. Like I put my yellow corrector down and then put this over it to try and like keep it from blending the yellow out too far. And needless to say, I still don't like it. It's way too pink. I've got 3 yellow correctors here. The 2 tried and trues that I use to mix to get a color that I need. The Essence in yellow, or pastel yellow, and then the NYX in yellow. And then this is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion in yellow as well. I was actually surprised. I had never used this by itself, and I used it the other day when I did a video, and you'll see in the red Valentine's Day look, this is all I had on besides my concealer on under my eyes. I didn't use any other product for concealing my dark circles than this. I was shocked at how much coverage I got from it. Then I have the CW01. This is in Porcelain from NYX. This is way too pink for me. I do have another one of these that's it's like CW02. So I'm not sure if that one's more yellow than this one, but this one's definitely way too pink. It's the right lightness to brighten under my eyes, but it's just way too pink. So I will have to use this and like mix it with other things in order to get it to, you know, look the way I personally want it to look under my eyes. Now, ever since I bought this e.l.f. eyelid primer, I've only used it a couple of times. I've used it more recently than I have since I got it, because this feels like kind of greasy on my lids. It's probably just full of dimethicone, but when I use it, it does feel kind of oily on my lids, which is kind of why I've used it this past month, because my eyelids have been so dry. And it's okay. It doesn't, I don't notice any difference in my eyeshadow primers, whether or not I'm wearing an eyeshadow for 2 hours or 20 hours. They all look basically the same. I did pull the Pure Lure eyelashes and my Kiss Lash adhesive just for an option. I didn't use lashes at all for the past 2 weeks, so I didn't use it. I did pull, I didn't know this until I just pulled them all out, but I did pull 3 mascaras that are sample sizes: the Too Faced Better Than Sex, the Milk Makeup Kush, and the It Cosmetics Superhero. The Superhero one, I like this mascara. I love the wand on it, but it's starting to dry out. The Kush mascara, just like the Too Faced one, does nothing but it transfers off my lashes onto my lids. The wands are really big, and I have very kind of like deep set and close set eyes, so I end up getting mascara here from the wand no matter how careful I am. Both of these flake off my lashes usually within a few minutes after it dries. I've got mascara that flakes down onto my face. I really don't care for either of these mascaras. I have tried it, both of them, with a disposable mascara wand, and even using that, it didn't help any. The mascara just does not stay on my lashes. So I'm gonna be throwing out all 3 of these because these mascaras just don't, they just don't work for me. I don't, of course, the It Cosmetics one I do like, but like I said, it's drying out, and I've had it for over 6 months. I don't use the same mascara like over and over and over and over again, and I did pay for $15 for this little itty bitty sample of the Better Than Sex mascara, and I hate it, absolutely hate it. So that's that. The Cella Clear Brow Gel and the Benefit Gimme Brow in shade 5. I love both of these products. I have used them. I only used the Gimme Brow once this month, or this past 2 weeks. These are 2 of my own regular sharpening pencils. One's in coffee, one is in taupe. I've used both of these. Actually, I have taupe in my eyebrows today, and then the dark brown ColourPop brow pencil that somebody actually gave me, that it was too dark for them, so I ended up with it, and I have this in my brows as well today with the Cella Clear Brow Gel. I do like that. This is an eyeshadow brightener that is something from my line of cosmetics. I haven't even used it. I didn't even get a chance to use half this stuff. The liners that I pulled that I didn't use, I might as well get those out of the way, which are one of my liquid liners, the Sugar liner in Stroke of Genius, Stroke of Genius Heavy Kohl liner in Green Light. I didn't use that. Or the Pixie one in Opal Overcoat. I didn't use those because I like them. I didn't get a chance to use them. The Aero Enhanced Bright Now I have in my waterline right now. I do like this. The Milani Eye Tech Extreme Liquid Eyeliner I have over here on this eye, and the Ardency and Modster I have in my waterline on this eye as well. As I am sporting 2 looks, I am doing 8 different looks using the Zodiac palettes that I own. So that'll be going up soon if you keep watching my videos, because you'll be seeing those. I will be doing one eye with one look and one eye with another look. So those will be coming. Okay, I pulled several of the perfume samples. I just didn't get around to wearing perfume even when I went out like shopping or the post office this past month, past 2 weeks. I didn't use them at all. The Itsy or ITTSE eyeshadow from Ipsy, I only used this once, and that was during the Ipsy video. I haven't used it since. For lip products, I'm actually wearing 3 products on my lips right now. Well, 4 technically. One of them is it's Ravishing in my Ultimate Lip Liner from my line of cosmetics. I do have a few of these left in stock. The Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine in SPL, the Bite Beauty Lipstick in Thistle, and this is one from my line as well. It's called Chocolate Cake. It is an ultimate lipstick, so it's kind of like, it's a matte, but it's moisturizing, so it feels like you're wearing a lip balm. The Bubble Tea Macaroon Lip Balm, this is in lemongrass and green tea. I've been using this every day. I use it after I brush my teeth, and I put this on. I also use it before I go to bed, and then when I'm in the bathroom throughout the day, I will find myself using, I grab it off the counter and use it while I'm, you know, in here. If I wash my hands or whatever, I use it. I did pull another lipstick of mine. This is Happy Hour. This is a frosted shade. I didn't get around to using it. The Tarte's lip paint in Delish I did use the other day when I went out to the post office. I tapped a little bit of this in the middle. This is Cairo from NYX. I still don't like this formula, but the combo of the two together worked out well because one was too dark and one's too light. And then this is the Morphe lip crayon in Morphe, and then the LA Girl Ultimate Lip Liner in Relentless Red. I did use both of these in the Red Valentine's Day look that will be going up very soon. This will probably go up after that, so I will link it up here in the cards for you guys so you can see it. I was actually surprised. The first time I wore this, it only lasted on my lips for like 20 minutes and it transferred off my face. It ended up on my teeth, ended up on my chin, ended up on the bottom of my nose somehow, and I can't even go, oh, I guess I can. I can push my lips up and touch the bottom of my nose, and even with the lip product I have on right now, thankfully it didn't transfer. So the second time I wore this, which was just, what, Friday last week, I'm recording this on Monday, the February 4th, I did the lip liner first because I was afraid that it would bleed because it's red, and I put this on. The center of my lip was peeling really bad, so I used tweezers to peel off the dead skin, and then I went back over it with this, and then I tapped a little bit of the SPL gloss on top, and I left it. And I wore that lipstick for 7 hours solid, and it didn't budge. I drank coffee, it didn't come off. I vaped, it didn't come off. I ate food, and it didn't come off. I was shocked because the first time I was like, oh, this thing is crap, and I left it a crap review because I swatched it on my hand, it washed right off with soap and water. I wore it on my lips within, like I said, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes maximum. It was gone off my lips. You couldn't even see like a ring around my lips where I had put it on my lips, but you could see it on like my teeth, my gums, the inside of my lips. You could see like marks on my chin where it had gotten there, but there was no color left on my actual lip at all. So I was very surprised that this wore so long the second time that I had it on versus the first time. That was kind of like, I don't know, it was odd for me to find that this product didn't last as well the first time as it did the second time, and it's not like I did anything different. I had lip balm on before I put it on both times, and the second time it wore like very well. The second time. The first time it wore like crap. So I don't know how that is. Now I ended up picking up the Butter Collection from Physicians Formula. This is a kit, and the original one that I had bought was missing the plastic. This thing right here wasn't on the package when I got it home, and this shade had been, well, all of the shades have been touched, and this shade here, looking at it straight on, you couldn't see it, but there was a pretty nice dent in it. So I did use it in a mini review video, which just went up yesterday, and then a video of me talking about getting this on Instagram. I put those videos together, and that went up this morning. So I was without one of these for about a week and a half. So I used it, and then I returned it. I was just going to exchange it for one that was brand new, one that, you know, isn't like broken. So I didn't have a highlight in there, but I did have this Mannequin Dara bronzer highlighter pulled. This highlighter is actually too dark for me to use on its own. I usually use this like an eyeshadow. I didn't use this at all. I did have a blush in here. This is the Tarte blush in Party. I have used this a few times, but it doesn't even look like I've touched it. This is a very hard formula, I guess you could say. The eyelights in, this is a product that I make. This is an Aphrodite. The shade, I discontinued the shade like about 4.5, 5 years ago because it wasn't selling. It's like an iridescent white cream color. It has like a beautiful purple shift to it, kind of like a regular duochrome would, but it shifts to different, it's purple in some lights and blue and then pink, and then if you look at it straight on, it looks like a cream color. So I did use this as not only a highlight, I tapped it over my lips at one point, and I used it on the center of my lid to lighten a look that I did. Then I have two products here that I didn't use. This one's from Marsk. It's a loose eyeshadow and foiled again, and then this is Ella Eden in Harmony. I didn't use either of these. Now, the CoverGirl palette I used, the Revealed 2 Coastal Scents palette, I used this one here. I have a purple Valentine's Day look going up, I think, tomorrow using this palette. And then the Makeup Revolution palette I used all three of them at least once. I didn't use any of the sheet masks because my face was just absolutely tore up, dry. I haven't even been using my regular skincare for the simple fact that my face has been so super dry lately that even just using, there's a bug in here, oh, go away. Hang on a minute. Okay, I got him. Got to clean my mirror now, but I got him. I didn't use the sheet masks one of them it says caffeine, it's got caffeine in it, and then the other one's an illuminating. My face was just so super sensitive this past couple weeks with just water hitting it, caused my face to burn and dry and itch. So I've been using the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream on my face like several times a day just to keep the burning sensation down. And then of course the Milani palette was in here, but this I didn't use at all on my eyes. I just used it for the lovely mirror that's in here. So that is everything. I think, yeah, that is everything that was in this basket for this month. I did tone down quite a few things that I had pulled like a bunch of stuff the first time and I didn't know what to do or what to expect. I think for February, for this month, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and stick with the basket for like the solid month instead of doing them every 2 weeks. Doing them every 2 weeks, trying to switch product out and remember what I had used and what I hadn't used, and trying to make sure my description box was updated was just a lot of work. And then, you know, I did one look, like, what was it? Whatever Friday's date was, I did the red look, which technically it was either January 31st or February 1st. But anyways, I didn't use, I mean, I used some of these products, but I didn't use a lot of these products because I used a pressed pigment or a loose pigment that I own in the James Charles palette to do the red look. So I did use some things that were outside of this basket, but again, it was like January 31st or February 1st. So, and then the look I'm wearing today, I'm doing like a series with the Zodiac palettes. So I didn't want to like stick to something specific for these as well, just for the simple fact that I've got a bunch of video ideas for eyeshadow palettes. So what I might just do for this coming basket is allow myself to be able to pull in palettes and stuff like that for what I want to use, and then just throw in some singles and stuff like that. So I'm not going to like limit myself on the eyeshadow palettes that I use. I will just limit like certain aspects of it because I have a whole bunch of video ideas and stuff that I want to get recorded, and the face products I can use that and be set with, but the eye products and stuff are going to be a little bit different. So hopefully that helps out. I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. If you've made it this far, then congratulations. This is my second Shop My Stash. I started doing this because I was watching Samantha March do it, and Lucia Tepper and Kelly Gooch, and I used to watch Liv Loves Her Makeup do these as well, and even Lauren May Beauty does them. And I just thought it was a really good idea, something that I could do to pull products from my collection that's small and force myself to use things like single eyeshadows or single blushes, something that's not in an actual palette, to use and get use out of instead of just having it sit in a drawer and me forget about it. So that is where I got this from. I will link their channels down below as well, and hopefully you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know if you do anything like this, if you do a Shop My Stash, or if you have like a weekly makeup basket or a monthly makeup basket that you do, that kind of thing, because I'm curious to see how many people actually do something like that, where they set aside specific things that they use and give themselves like a time frame to use them in. Plus it's giving me a better chance to use stuff that I haven't used in a while, or something that I've had for a while, like those mascaras. Gives me a better understanding of the mascaras and whether or not I like them or not, and just things like that. So I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun. I'm going to continue to do it until I'm, I don't know, frustrated with it, and then I'll stop doing it. But I like watching these kinds of videos, and I also thought it would be a way for me to get better use out of everything that I have. So hopefully you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. Feel free to share this video with your friends, and subscribe if you're not already and you want to be. Feel free. I do try and post videos every day. Sometimes I post videos twice a day. Sometimes I live stream. Sometimes you'll see me play video games. If you ever have any suggestions for a video, then comment it or leave it on my community tab, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.